I'm Laura Murray, and you're watching the Fusion 360 News Network. Today we're talking about how to become a great content marketer. And to help us out, we have Kevin Johnson, who is the digital PR and social media manager here at Fusion 360. Thanks for being with us, Kevin.
Yeah, sure thing.
All right, so the very first tip you have to be a great content marketer is you have to be able to write well and edit. Why is that so important?
Writing is pretty much the base of everything you're going to be doing in content marketing. It's a lot of writing, it's a lot of editing, even creating blogs, writing well-crafted articles to pitch out to third-party publications, even working on copy for videos and other content such as that. Writing really is the base of everything that you do, so it's the first skill you need to work on and develop in order to become a good content marketer.
So basically, if you can't write, you're not going to be a good content marketer.
Pretty much.
All right. And the next tip you have is you need to be social media savvy.
Yep, absolutely. You need to know how to work Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, all of these social media platforms, because they play such an important role in promoting the work that you do and getting the word out about your company, about your clients, and allowing the content that you produce to be able to spread and reach new audiences.
So those articles that you were working so hard to write, that's where you share them.
If they aren't shared through social media, they're not going to get very much traction.
All right, and then the next tip we have is to be willing to collaborate. What do you mean by that?
Sure. There's a lot of collaboration that goes on in content marketing. The writing teams often have to work with graphic designers, with video producers. There's always input coming in from the clients, and you need to be able to balance all these different needs and be willing to make changes and work as a team in order to get it done. Otherwise, you're just going to get stuck and held up, and the work is going to suffer as a result.
All right, so being a team player is incredibly important.
Yes.
And the next tip is you shouldn't be afraid to try or learn new things. Explain that to us.
Well, SEO and content marketing are always changing. They don't really teach SEO classes in school pretty much because of that. And so you as a professional content marketer need to be constantly doing research and learning new things on your own so that you can be ahead of the curve, basically, when new trends come into play and when new strategies start proving to be more effective.
So the final tip is you must understand your client's voice. Explain that a little bit more.
Sure. Well, every client is unique. Every client has different needs, different audiences that they're trying to reach. And so as a result, they're going to have a different voice that they're looking for with their content. So if you're not able to adapt, obviously there's going to be a big difference between writing for an advertising agency and writing for something that's more serious like a drug rehab center. And you need to be able to adapt your voice to meet the needs of the different audiences that these two groups have. And the better that you can adapt your voice to address the different audiences, the more effective it's going to be in reaching them and getting them engaged and getting them interested in what your client has to say.
Okay, and that was your final tip for us. So if people follow these tips, they should become a great content marketer.
They'll definitely be on their way.
All right, thanks so much, Kevin. We appreciate it.
Sure thing.